Hi guys, it's Sophie. So today I'm going to be doing a watch Sophie do very little video. I haven't done one of these in a while and I just kind of fancy taking you guys along today. I'm not doing anything particularly exciting and it's already like late morning, it's like 11:15 now. So I'm going to get myself a coffee and then I'm going to figure out what ingredients I need to make a cake, which I'm going to make later. And then I think I might have to go to the post office to pick some stuff up. I'm going to do some reading and baking and just have a really lazy Saturday. So yeah, I will chat to you guys in a sec. Okay, so literally all I need is just some more unsalted butter and then we're there. So I'm going to pop out to the shops quickly and grab that. I'm not going to take you with me to the shops, but then we can get started on making a cake. It's going to be coffee and walnuts. Okay, so this is all the stuff for the topping. I've also got to go out in a sec to pick up a parcel, which is too big. I think it might be a book, we will see. So that's the topping, all sorted. Foster, get your nose out. This is the butter, which the cat likes. And all the other bits and pieces for the cake. Don't you eat my butter. Don't you eat my butter. She's clearly eaten the butter. So yeah, my brother's girlfriend is going to take me out to get my package, so I'm not going to start baking until that's all done. Okay, so the cake mixture itself is now done. I haven't yet started on the topping, but I have to go pick my parcel up in the middle, so I'm just going to cling film this one, go out, get the parcel, come back, and then I will get finishing up. I have book mail. Unsurprisingly, this is what was waiting for me at the post office. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Ooh! Carver in the Blood by Peter Thompson. I think this is Fiji. Yeah, this is Fiji. I don't know anything about this one yet. This is like one of the few ones I could find from Fiji that was like somewhat available. I literally don't even know. It says, anyone interested in virtually any aspect of Fiji, from goat curry to haunted houses to Fiji-style military coups, can be assured of an absorbing read with a Carver in the Blood. See how that one goes. So I just made a little bit of coffee buttercream there and my walnuts go on top, and the cake is done. It's just in the oven cooling down. I've done all my washing up. I am just going to mop the floor quickly because there's a few little bits of icing sugar and stuff that went on the floor. Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm all ready to go, so I'm going to publish this one now. This is my Saturday video, and then the one I'm filming right now will go up on Wednesday, and then hopefully I'll have another round the world wrap up to share with you guys next Saturday. So there you go, there's a video for you. Okay, so it's like 10 to 2 now, and I'm planning on reading until 4, so I'm going to do an hour of each one of these. I think the one I'm reading from Slovenia is The Tree With No Name by Drago Janka, and I'm really liking this one. It's kind of funny. I don't really think it was going to be funny. It's about a man who climbs this strange tree. This is kind of a folklore that if you climb up or go down, you can find another world. And the story starts with him finding a young school teacher in bed with a captain of the army, and kind of being brought into their loop. He ends up going sort of to war with this captain without really knowing even why the country's at war. So yeah, it's interesting. It's a bit weird, and it's kind of, the humour is strange because it's humorous, but it's also like really like, okay, so there's a bit where the captain is having night terrors because he has PTSD, and he starts like shooting, and he shoots like the ceiling out in this bedroom, and all of these people turn up to try and stop him. But it's quite a humorous thing, the way it's told. So it's kind of like the priest comes to try and stop them, and our main character says, if a war's on and the captain is talking in a very low, very dangerous voice, then if he were the priest, Jan Lipskik would not keep carrying on. He'd say, good night, I'm so sorry to bother you, and leave. But even if the priest understood and said that, it still might be too late. And the officer says, or the captain says, these papists, he said, we protect them from these red bandits, and they come here and threaten me with barbed wire and some higher authority. I'll show them barbed wire. I'll show them higher authority. And it's weirdly kind of funny, as well as obviously being really serious. Like, it's a really, like, you could read that either as like a really serious, really sad thing, like that he understands like what barbed wire is like in like war, and is so close to kind of death and God that he could teach the priest about this. Or it could be literally just like, you know, just saying the words back and that being that kind of humorous, like, I'll show you, blah, blah, blah. And it's, you don't really know which way it's being taken. I'm not very far in, I'm only 42 pages in. And it's 270 pages long, but I'm going to read this one for an hour, and then maybe, we'll see, because I wasn't really skipping around, but just because that one's got a lot of war in it and I'm still finding that really hard to read about. I have my Austrian pick, which is The Empress and the Cake, which is about a woman who accepts a piece of cake from an old lady who then thinks that she is an empress, an old empress. It sounds really mad. I sent this one for review by Perry Empress, as well as a few others, and it's part of their fairy tale series. So yeah, we'll see what I reckon to that one, but I may pick this one up for the second hour if I find the Slovenian one just a bit too hard to read for a long period of time. So it's nearly 3 o'clock now. Absolutely freezing. I've got like a little blanket on, but I just went upstairs and it's really cold in the house. It's fine when the blanket's down and on, otherwise I turn on my central heating, but I'm just being a bit stingy. So I read The Tree with No Name for the whole of that hour, and I'm on page 76, and I'm actually going to keep going with it. It went from 1940s to the year 2000, and it's not like just about war now, so I can actually read it, and then there's little bits about it that are, but that's fine, so I find that much easier. So I'm going to do another hour's worth. I'd like to get to like page 125. I thought I was going to read much more than I did in that period of time, but hey ho. I'm supposed to finish this one today, but I don't think that is necessarily going to happen. We will see. I'm hopefully going to be able to finish it this weekend. But what I'm going to do now is just answer a few YouTube comments from my video that I uploaded, and just reply to my emails. People quite often send me emails, either just like longer messages that they want to comment, or I'm having quite a few about the Around the World, because I've spoken about it before, that if you donate, then I will give you a book recommendation. And if you have emailed me and I haven't replied, I'm really sorry. It's been just really busy since I started my new job. So it's been, I think, 2 weeks now since I've had a chance to go through all of them and reply to everybody. But I'm going to try and do that today, and then I'm going to get back into The Tree with No Name. Oh, she's so warm. She's so warm. She's like, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to sleep. It's 3:20 and I've just replied to all my comments and I have 15 emails I'm going to go through and then I'm going to have another hour's worth of reading. It might take me longer than I thought just to reply to everything. So I might read on till 5. We will see. But yeah, so yeah, as I say, I'm really sorry if I haven't replied. I'm doing it. Yeah, and don't think I've forgotten you, I haven't. Okay, so I have just finished replying to my emails. My camera's still a bit low, isn't it? Yeah, I've just finished replying to my emails. It is 3:45 now. And one of the emails I had actually was my first ever request for a sponsored video, which I don't think I'm going to do, but just full disclosure, I just thought I'd kind of chat about it a little bit. I got offered a copy of the book Lamp, which I do think is quite cool, but I also kind of feel like I don't really need it. So it's kind of like designed so that it looks like a book that's open like that and light kind of comes through it. They are cool, they do look cool, I've seen them on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, and they offered me a free one of those and some money, $50 to show it on my channel. I'm not going to do it just because, like, as I say, I don't need it in my life. And also, like, I don't know, it feels like it's quite expensive. But yeah, so I'm not planning on doing that, but that is the first one I've ever had and it feels a little bit weird. Especially because I've seen them everywhere and I've actually kind of thought like, oh, they're quite cool. But I hadn't kind of known that people were like getting paid for them. But yeah, so that was just a bit weird. That was my first ever time that's happened. I'm just going to send them one back saying I'm not interested, but thank you. But yeah, I mean, I seem to have managed to speak about it in a video anyway. And then I'm planning on keeping reading The Tree With No Name, probably until 5. We'll see how I go. Foster's been such a sweetheart. She's like curled up in my lap. I've recorded it a few times. And she's just been really soppy and really lovely. And I mean, she's always cute, but like, yeah, she's keeping me warm. We're keeping each other company. I'm clearly keeping her warm as well. So good things, good things. So yeah, I will chat to you guys in a bit. I'm just going to be reading again. So I might show you a little bit of me reading, but there's not too much that's going on. It is 5 PM. Foster and I have been curling up here all afternoon with just the pair of us. You can kind of tell that like the light is a bit rubbish. My camera never really focuses when the light's a bit rubbish. But yes, we've been sitting here. I have been reading, ooh, what's it even called? The Tree With No Name, which is only really at the very beginning of the book. But yeah, I really need a coffee and it's so cold. I'd rather just put the heating on. But what I'm going to do, just have a bit of a stretch of my legs and stuff. Oh yeah, my mum got this book. We read it when we were kids. It's about a dog, but like she found it online from my brother's girlfriend. So I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to find the next 5 books I'm going to be reading from around the world, which is what I did for my first 10, if that makes sense. Like I did 5 and 5. And it's quite nice just to look at them and know what you're reading next, as like a kind of mini TBR, because obviously, maybe not obviously, but I'm doing them, I know what order I'm doing them in. So these 2 are ones that I'm yet to wrap up. 3 countries are in this one, and a game we play is my choice for Italy. And then the Slovenia one will be in that wrap up as well. So the next 5, I know I have, excuse me while I get on my chair. I definitely have The Empress and The Cake by Linda Shift, which is the one we spoke about earlier today. Visitation by Jenny Erpenbeck, which is my choice for Germany. This one Mercedes recommended that I read. On the Edge, which is Luxembourg, so that is 3. And then what else is there that is next? Sulfuric Acid, which is Belgium. Belgium? Yeah, Belgium. Woo! Let's throw it down. So that's 4, and then the next one is The Loser, which is the Netherlands. So yeah. So those are going to be my next 5 I'm going to get to once I finish Slovenia, which will go into my first one. This is Felix, he's a tiny fox I made a long time ago. But yeah, those actually, that's making me feel a bit better because all of those are pretty short, just because Slovenia is taking me so long. And I'm really excited for, well, really all 4 of those top ones. This one, just because I don't really feel like I know much about what it is. Hello. I'm not as excited for it yet, but we'll see. I have got quite a lot of choice from Perry & Press, and a lot of what they had looked really interesting. So we'll see how I get on. Yeah, so that's making me feel a little bit less like nervous just about finishing things on time. Do you want to go first? Because they're not really that long. Oh, I have post. I bet it's just a thing. What are you? You are a chicken house. Yeah, I didn't need that. So yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do now. It's 5, and I kind of thought I should stop reading at 5. But I also feel as though, look at my flowers. I also feel as though I haven't really read much of anything today. Like I've read, as you know, you've watched me read for like 3 hours. But I've not even got halfway through the book I'm reading, and I'm supposed to finish it today. So should we say another hour's worth, and at least I can get halfway through, and then I'm like a day behind. I mean, I'm not doing too bad. There we go. We'll see. It's also bending a lot, this one. Like, excuse me. Yeah, and I'm going to take my phone away and put it on charge because it's dying, and I'm going to get a coffee, and I think I'm going to read until 6, and then I'll reassess my life, and I might watch some telly or something, or just do something, or maybe just watch some booktube just for a bit of a break from my brain from all the text. So I ended up taking a break to watch some booktube in the end. I watched like half an hour's worth of booktube. It was really nice. Who did I watch? I watched The Novel Sanctuary, books by Lainey's, and Lauren and the Books. Yeah. So I watched just a few videos of theirs, and I'm feeling a bit more like I actually have my head together now. I made a massive cup of coffee that I'm halfway through. Like, I've literally been watching like half an hour's worth of videos, and I'm only doing half a cup of it. So it's this mug. This is the size of my face mug. So yeah, it is 20 to 6 now. I'm gonna read again for a bit more and see how I get on. I kind of wish I was like skipping between this and something else, but I don't know whether I skip like ahead. I don't know that I'm feeling like the Empress and the Cake and this one. But then I also kind of feel like books tend to just go faster when you just read them by themselves. So we'll see. I'm gonna read this one again for a little bit anyway. Okay, so I'm done reading. I picked it up a couple times more and I just couldn't read anymore. I think I've just read for too long today to let my brain engage with it anymore. It's not that I'm really disliking it, I'm actually quite enjoying it. But yeah, I just don't want to like spoil it by pushing myself to read it. So I've watched quite a lot of YouTube videos, just like random stuff like on the trending page, which I don't normally do, but just because like I was just a bit bored and I just kind of fancied watching something. And yeah, it is 6:45 now, and I'm going to watch My Beautiful Broken Brain, which is a documentary about a 34-year-old woman who had a stroke and about how she learnt to live her life again. Before I'm going to do that, I'm going to feed the cat and play with her a little bit so that she feels loved, because we haven't had proper play today. And then I think that's going to be today done. Yeah, so even though obviously the film's only going to finish at like 8, I think I'm done filming and I'm going to get my pyjamas on and just like settle down. I can bring my duvet downstairs. So yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed watching me do very little. I really hope I like this film. I haven't watched like a Netflix documentary in a while, and I'll chat to you guys soon in my next video, which should be another Around the World wrap up as soon as I finish this one. Talk to you then. Bye.